go-to guy, Pete Cologne, and this is a special edition of Hip Hop Invasion. I'd like to welcome to the world the big homie. The world know who you are, man.
You already know, man. It's your man Maserati Money. BX Hybrid, you in the building. Getting it in. You already know.
Word. So what's good, man?
Chillin', man. Just working, man.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of new things ahead, man. Trying to, you know what I'm saying, piece everything together now.
Alright, we're gonna get into all that. My man got a lot of dope stuff coming.
Facts.
We're gonna definitely get into that. One thing I like to start off with, I like to ask, a lot of people that's, guests on Hip Hop Invasion, if you could meet one person, anybody, anytime, any space, who would it be, and what would you ask them?
Dead or alive?
Dead or alive, anybody. It don't gotta be famous too. We had one dude, he was like, my grandmother. I'm like, oh, that's deep. You know what I'm saying? He never met his grandmother. So it could be anybody but also, what would you what kind of information, what kind of knowledge would you want to get from them?
I would say, I would name somebody famous. I said if I had anybody to meet, I want to meet somebody like Tupac.
Pac.
You know what I'm saying? And reason being is, you know what I'm saying, I feel we got a lot in common. He's a Gemini, I'm a Gemini. So it's like we express ourselves in an artistic way. You feel me? But on another note, he's a revolutionary, and he comes from the revolution and change, and in the midst of change, and you know what I'm saying, what you gonna do to put your name in that mark instantly.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? So I would basically ask him, like, yo, like, how did you gain the strength to do it? Like, you know what I'm saying? Do it all. What kept your mind focused?
Like that.
You know what I'm saying?
Word. Nah,
so it's like, I take that with me, you know what I'm saying, to my grade. You already know.
Speaking of strength,
facts.
One thing I gotta big up Maserati is, you can see, you know what I'm saying, in the wheelchair situation, and it don't stop this brother from his grind. And let me y'all know, stop making excuses out there, man. We're gonna touch base on what I'm talking about in a minute. My man got a dope documentary coming out.
That's a fact.
Got a dope EP. The soundtrack to the documentary come out. But I just wanted to touch on that. Like, it takes a lot of courage to do this without any setbacks. You know what I'm saying? And I know some people might see this as a setback.
Facts.
But clearly you did.
Facts.
So let the people know. We don't want to touch on the doc here, I'm gonna get into that, but just let them know like what a day in the life for Maserati is to get up and be this rapper. Cause I remember we was talking and you was saying about separating the two worlds.
Right, one world mixed in with another.
So let them know like what it takes.
You know what I'm saying? Maserati Money is Maserati Money, but I'm Davon before Maserati Money. You feel me? My birth name, Davon. So that mixes in with each other, because to be Maserati Money, you gotta come from Davon. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa. You know what I'm saying? For Maserati Money to appreciate what he had to look back and acknowledge the struggle that Davon had. You know what I'm saying? So like it's deep. So I'm talking about getting up. You know what I'm saying? In the morning, whether I'm going to the studio, whether I'm just going to the store to get something to eat. Regular shit. Anybody else that's up and walking could figure out, all right, boom, I'm about to get dressed, or walk outside, go downstairs. But in my situation, what if I had a crazy night the night before, and the manual wheelchair that I had, the wheel popped off. So I got this motorized chair, and the motorized chair been charged for half the day, because I'm using the manual chair, not thinking I might need the motorized chair. So it's different struggles for me to wake up and just get things started. You feel me? So it's like, all right, boom, take that. Now we out. Now we get to where we gotta get to. How's the transportation arrangements? You know what I'm saying? If there is transportation, what do you do when it's not? You feel me? All trying to get to that destination where I want to get to. You know what I'm saying? Then it ends off in the studio, whatever the case may be. We recording the music, and we out, we doing the shows, just grinding, just, you know what I'm saying, making everything connect to get to something higher than where we at now. You feel me? Word. So that's basically what it is, man.
Man, stop making excuses, man. Yeah. Count your blessings. So, let's get into it, man. First and foremost, let the people know the title, the EP, and the EP is the soundtrack to the documentary, so they both have the same title.
Facts.
All right, so let's get the title first. What's the title of the documentary?
So the title of the documentary is Maserati Money Beyond Belief. And what that means is, I was born with a physical disability, given a certain amount of years to live, but I passed that and I'm still doing what I gotta do and living beyond belief. Then as Dave on, I'm out here being a young black man, lost, no father figures in their life, trying to figure out what's going on in the streets. And with this music thing, I'm passing that on beyond belief. So it ties in with each other, man. Maserati Money Beyond Belief.
Yo, that's deep. I just want to touch base on something you said. My man said, I was given a certain time to live.
Yeah.
And I don't think a lot of people understand, like, though I may not be in your situation, though you may not be in my situation, tomorrow's not promised for either one of us.
Right.
And for them to tell you, you got an expiration date, that's tough. I don't know if I could deal with that. And for people that know me, they always hit me with the, oh, you one of the strongest people I know. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'm just getting up doing what I do every day. But for somebody to tell me there's an expiration date on me, like, you ain't gonna make it past this point. So first and foremost, I gotta salute that will. You know what I mean? That will to continue, that will to strive. I gotta salute that. So Maserati Beyond Belief. Maserati Money Beyond Belief. I saw the snippet of the documentary and you briefly touched on it, but I'm curious, I'm sure the fans are curious. I seen you was talking about the wire. You put a wire, you had brain surgery, you said it was like 3 days old. Tell the people your story, man. Tell people your story.
So basically, you know, I was born with a birth defect called spina bifida. You know what I'm saying? It's a neurological spine injury. And it's 4 forms, from mildest to most severe. I ended up being born with the most severe. So, you know what I'm saying, at 3 days old, I had to get a brain surgery and get a VP, what's called a VP shunt, surgically repaired in my brain. So it goes down from the back of my brain, back of my skull, all the way down to my belly button. And since birth, it stayed the same size. I grew, but it still stayed the same size or whatever. And it's just draining excess fluids from the brain, so it won't cause no type of mental issues. You feel me? So that is just the whole bread and butter right there. So it's like, you know, with that being said, you know, I'm saying, decided to do music. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, as a young black man, ain't that many opportunities out here for jobs or whatever your situation is. So, you know, you gotta figure out your quick route to get to it. I figured my way was music, because it's the form of expression. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I got a story that people can feel. You know what I'm saying? From the doctor's office, that I can take you on the block with the homies. You know what I'm saying? It's relatable on both ends. Then doing this music thing, once again, you know what I'm saying? Just getting somewhere out of this league, man, to become a mogul type figure. So that's what it all ties into.
I'm gonna definitely tell you, you're inspiration to me, but I'm enjoying doing this first and foremost because though there may not be a lot of people in your specific situation, there's people in wheelchairs. There's people with disabilities. My older brother was born, he was forced out at birth. So he was forced brain damage. You know what I'm saying? And he has the same quality that I see in you, where it's like, nah, I'm not gonna take what y'all gave me.
Never give up,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna take what y'all gave me. I'm gonna push past that. And I wanna tell you, man, it's a pleasure and it's an honor for me, on behalf of Cypher City, you know, to do this, because I feel like people need to hear your story. Not necessarily your story, but those inspiring stories where it could be that kid that may have that, you know, deformity, or may have that disability, who may feel like, nah, I'm not gonna fit in, or nah, I'm not gonna be cool. You're one of the coolest dudes I know, my guy. man be having the things on deck, be in the strip club, word. I've been to a lot of shows. My man be having the shows on tilt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, and prior to us kind of getting up, you know, we know each other for a little minute.
Yeah.
I didn't know how deep, you know, and like I said, I never really saw you with a disability.
Right.
Because you doing what you do.
Yeah.
So I want to let you know that, you know what I'm saying, I think that's go-to. In my eyes, you a go-to guy for that. You know what I'm saying? Because you getting it done. You getting it done and you're not making no excuses. You know what I'm saying? So, the EP.
Okay.
What was the inspiration to make the EP the soundtrack of the documentary?
Well, basically, you know what I'm saying, like I said, I'm a Gemini, so I do things artistically. So I figured, you know what I'm saying, that any great movie, it deserves music to tell the story of that movie. You feel me? So I use Maserati Money Beyond Belief as my EP with the music too, because it shows different levels. I got songs like What Would I Be that just reflect and just think like, damn, if it wasn't for A, I wouldn't be at B. So what if, you know what I'm saying, I never had the chance to have A? What would I be to get to B? You feel me? Then it goes from that aspect to the point where, okay, I'm living. So I got songs like More Money that shows the side of me that's fun. I like to party. That, you know what I'm saying, like go to strip clubs and drink a little Ciroc and deal with the strippers, throw some money at the strippers.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that.
Got more money for drinks like that. Then, you look at me, I'm half West Indian. My pops is from St. Lucia. So I got the Caribbean vibe with that on a joint called Drop, featuring my man Teddy Grams and Coney Brooks. So that part shows what it is. And I love the ladies, so I got songs like I Love It, you know what I'm saying? That show, yo, I'm a smooth dude, man. Whatever you want, I can get it to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, smooth dude. So it's just all around. It's Beyond Belief is about that person. You know what I'm saying? And then all the way at the end, you know what I'm saying? I got a song, you know what I'm saying, with my man Logan R&B, you know what I'm saying, from Brooklyn. You know what I mean? That song is basically about disability awareness. Just ending it all. Like ending it off with a bang. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a complete story.
Dope. It's dope,
Word.
man.
Timeless music, man. Timeless music.
That's what it's all about. Especially in an age where, you know, stuff is so quick to just be put out, no substance, no nothing. It's real refreshing to hear a real story.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember we was watching the preview of the documentary.
Okay.
And you said something along the lines of like, oh, these rappers be saying they seen death, or they be having these war stories. That's what you said, these war stories.
Like that's the thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not knocking nobody. Everybody got different struggles and different challenges in life. You know what I'm saying? That create the warrior that they are.
True.
But you was able to live life a little bit before you got to that point. So you, even though you wasn't fully braced for it, you knew something was coming to that effect. In my situation, I was given a sentence at birth. Bow. No time to think about it. What you gonna do? You feel me? So, yo, it's deep, man. It's deep.
You still here, bruh?
Yeah.
I'm glad you still here.
Facts.
I'm glad you still here. Well, let me ask you this, man. Where you see yourself in 5 years? Or where do you want to see yourself in 5 years? Because clearly, they told you a minute ago you wasn't going to be here, you still here. So I see you as a brother like, sky's the limit. Ain't no limit.
Right.
So where you see us, where would you like to see yourself in 5 years?
I would say, you know, going back to, you know what I'm saying, I am Maserati Money, but I'm Dave Vaughn too. So, you know what I'm saying, Maserati Money ties into Dave Vaughn. So I want to see Dave Vaughn become that platform to be a revolutionary, and through their art change the way or bring light. Even if you don't change it, bring light towards a way to something that was never even thought about. That it was just in the back burner. Nobody exists like this. You know what I'm saying? So I want to be the type of person through the music to show people, yo, it's real struggles out here, people with disabilities. Let's change the transportation platforms, the trains and buses and stuff. Why not make that accessible? Everybody gotta live, so let's make some more apartment buildings with elevators. You feel me? So it's I want to see myself as a revolutionary more than anything. Somebody that changed the outlook of the norm. What is the norm?
It's dope. Like that. You know what's funny? That you say that. And it's true. What is the norm?
Right.
Because perception is reality at the end of the day.
Right.
So what's reality to you waking up every day is definitely not reality to me.
Facts.
And I'm gonna say honestly, like, you know, it's always been a mutual respect, always been love, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
From day one. But I have a newfound respect for you because a lot of this stuff I didn't know.
Yeah.
And that's why it's good to never judge a book by its cover, because you never know somebody's situation till you actually in their shoes, or at least you get an opportunity to kind of, you know what I'm saying, like see what's going on.
Yeah.
But on that note, you know what I'm saying, we've been definitely talking. But you know, here at CypherCityTV, we also have a slogan: "Who got bars?"
Okay, Maserati got the
I
bars.
know, you know what I mean? That's why we got you here, man. So, and I know you said you wanted to bless us with a little something off the.
Yeah, I'm gonna give y'all
right?
exclusive right now. Yeah, I'm gonna give y'all exclusive. You know what I'm saying?
All right, well, we got that coming up. Let the people know where they can find you, man.
You already know. Instagram at Maserati Money 050. That's Maserati Money 050. Twitter, Maserati_money. Facebook, Maserati Money 1095. You already know.
Now, do you have a way where if somebody is inspired by your story, that they could get in contact with you?
Oh, yeah,
I get through the social media and all that.
Definitely.
But maybe that's something you could set up, a little, you know, a little platform or a little just for that. Go to. I thought I want you.
Yeah.
I'm saying, because teamwork make the dream work.
That's a fact.
And what I'm hearing is you want to be put in that position. So what I would do is maybe put yourself in that position to kind of build that, start there, build that platform and start bringing in more people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, any last words you want to share with the people before we hit the booth?
You already know. Maserati Money. Shouts out to the whole Bronx. West Side High Bridge, we in the building. Shouts out to hip hop, man, because we doing it for hip hop. You already know.
But it's been your go-to guy, Pete Cologne. On behalf of CypherCityTV, I'd like to thank my special guest, Maserati Money, for coming out. Dope interview. Make sure y'all check it out. Make sure you leave a comment. Make sure y'all share it. Make sure y'all subscribe to the page. It's your go-to guy, Pete Cologne. It's been Hip Hop Invasion. It's go time.
Look into my eyes, all you see is pain. Look into my pockets, all you see is dollar signs. Watch folks, I make it rain. But take a look real deep. Hold the material shit. Really, what do it mean when your niggas fighting cases? Setting up in them cages, and you got all of these haters plotting on how to take it. How much more of this faking can I take? Pray for me, devil was tempting me. Mama, niggas never what they pretend to be. Mama, look, really, I'm trying to get it. Trying not to be a statistic. The government ain't focused, niggas is wicked. I just gotta stay focused at the task at hand. Know through it all, it's gonna turn me into a better man. Picture yourself living in the same shoes as me. Young, black, and living with a disability. All the pain and the strain in my life till I chose to pick up the mic. Damn, what would I be? Without these bars and these beats, so much pain in my life, they give me so much relief. Sometimes I look into my soul real deep in the mirror and just ask myself, damn, what would I be? Without these bars and these beats, so much pain in my life, it give me so much relief. Sometimes I look into my soul real deep in the mirror and just ask myself, damn, what would I be? Yeah, speaking of the documentary, you know what I'm saying, here's a little clip of it right now. Coming at y'all right after this. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. You already know it's Maserati Money.